Hey up, good evening guys. I'm between colouring pages at the moment, so I like something usually to kind of like, shake off any colouring page related intensity. Basically a little refresher, a little palette cleanser. I follow a lot of pages and a lot of social media accounts in the wider art community because all types of art interest me. And you may know, or you may not know, that October for ink illustrators or ink artists is Inktober 2025, hashtag Inktober 2025. So I thought, how can I bring that across to colouring? Well, it's simple. It's going to be Colorinktober 2025, hashtag Colorinktober 2025. So I thought, how can I kind of honour, these amazing ink illustrators with a little bit of a challenge on my small colouring channel? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to attempt to ink/draw myself my own colouring page, and I'm going to colour it in. So I thought you might like to join me for this. I've had this Ohuhu marker pad quite a long time, since before I even got coloured pencils, but I've never used it. Just took the cellophane off, so I don't really know what this paper's like, but I'm going to use it because I'd like to do a drawing. I'm going to use pencil to draw it first because, I'm not a blooming ink artist. And I've got some of these, which I thought I might use if ever I wanted to, do any drawing with fine liner. And I asked a few people online and, which ones wouldn't bleed. And they suggested these ones. And I've been using them for bits and bobs ever since I got them, and they've been great. So they all come in different sizes, look. I think you've got 1 to 0.1, 0.3, 0.5. BR, which now what would BR be? Brush, I imagine, and 0.8. Oh yeah, 4 fine liners, 1 graphic and 1 brush. There you go, a little picture of them. I really should read things more often. Very good. Anyway, so we're going to do a pencil drawing. I'm not sure what we're going to... Why do I say we? I'm on my own here. Me and Rocket. So I'm going to draw a picture and colour it in this marker pad from Ohuhu. So let's have a go. I figure let's keep it simple, understand my own limitations. So I'm thinking, shall I go with something landscape? Or you very rarely get a colouring book landscape, don't you? Get square ones. I suppose I can do what I want. That's the point, isn't it? So I think what I'll do is a couple of seasonally, and what we're seeing in a lot of colouring books. Let's pull from what we know and love. I'm going to do a little mushroom house and a little pumpkin house, maybe with a little lane in between. Or I might just do one of them. We'll see. So I'm just going to sketch loosely to start with. I'm no artist. As you can probably tell already. Let's just get a loose idea. Oops. I went right quiet, I think so, concentrating, didn't I? So this is my pumpkin house so far, and I can see it's not ideal at the moment. Pumpkins grow on a vine, and pumpkin growers will tell you they always cut them off there and there. So I'm doing it like a proper pumpkin grower would. I'll rub these lines out, and don't worry, I won't put you through having to watch that bit. So I've got a loose pumpkin shape. And I'll maybe have some, I don't know, bit of gardening stuff. Let's get my mushroom in. Do I want to do a mushroom? Loose mushroom shape. Don't know what I would have in background. Should we go for hills? Maybe sun. I actually prefer it when illustrators don't put anything in the sky. I think it's nice if it's left completely. But, you know, they're illustrators and artists, so they want to, of course, they want to draw something. That's what their passion is. However, I think when they're making a colouring book, they could just leave the sky as it is for us. Should we have some trees up here? So, sorry, I mean, they could just leave the sky blank for us, I think. I'm not sure if this is going well, to be honest. I think I may struggle a little here, but we will give it a go. I think that hill's too big up there, so I'm going to go... Am I going to go? That's an awkward place to stop it, isn't it? No, I think I will. We'll see. Let's see, this would need a door. We're seeing these types of drawings all over the place at the moment, aren't we? Seems everybody's got a pumpkin house or a mushroom house in their repertoire. Let's go for another arch window there, maybe, and one there. This pumpkin's just not quite right, is it? Not quite right shape. I think when it comes to the pumpkin house, actually, they would need to build some steps. Are we having a square door on the pumpkin house? Okay. And then should we have some curved windows like? What else could we have? Who lives in these houses? Who lives in a house like this? How about, what else are we seeing a lot of? How about a snail? Snail lives in the mushroom house. Oh, that's a bit of an abomination, that. I thought a snail would be easy to draw, and now I actually can't remember what they look like. And I've put him in front of the house like that, blocking doorway, so I might have to move him along when I ink this in. And do you know what? I'm going to bring him down. In fact, let me rub him out. Alright, what I can tell you is I should be pressing on a lot lighter. I had to bring in the old-fashioned rubber Right, so this snail wants to be a bit lower if he's going to live in this house. So he can be... This is it, you see. I suppose this is what illustrators have to think about, isn't it? They have to think about things like perspective and the composition and everything, rather than me. 1 second, Rocket. I'm just going to let Rocket out. 1 second. So I'm just thinking this is his house. He's a happy little snail. I mean, why would you not be living in a house like that? And who's living in this house? Are they meeting up to go for a walk down the hill? Who would live in a pumpkin house? And more importantly, what could I possibly get away with drawing? What's little and cute? Why's my mind gone blank? Small animals. Oh, a ladybug. A ladybug can live in the house. Oh, yes, I see it now. What's a ladybug look like? What's a ladybird look like? I can't use my phone because I'm filming. Right. The wings are like a shell, aren't they? They've got like a head like that. How many legs do they have? I really should have thought this through. Do they have little things on their heads? What does a ladybird look like? Where have I got a book with a picture of a ladybird in? That does not look very ladybird-like. Maybe we might get away with that. How many legs do they have? Anyway, I'll probably pause and have a little Google before I ink it. So that's going to be, I think, do you think they'd have some plant pots outside the house? Do we think? With some cheerful flowers in. Let's just do some Joanna Basford specials. Any flowers. Don't have to be based on reality. There we go, and this can be a Sarah Renee Clark special. Some leaves in a plant pot. There we go. And what shall we have here? Let's have. I think this snail's a keen gardener, and actually he would have a whole flower trough of pretty little things. Yeah, it's harder than it looks, this illustrating, isn't it? As if it looks easy. I hope you can tell when I'm joking, you know, sometimes. Right, so I don't know what I'm thinking really with this so far, whether it's worth doing or not, but so far I'm entertaining myself and I'm having fun. So let's move on to, I do need to check out what a ladybird looks like before I get hundreds of them in my garden every year, so I don't know why I don't know what they look like. But I'm going to check that first. I will be back. So it turns out they do have little things on the head, and they've got a few separate bits, but it looks basically like they're wearing a polo neck jumper. So we're going with that. So shall we start colouring it? Not colouring it in, sorry. Shall we start illustrating? Right, how fine is this? Shall I go more colouring book like, a bit thicker? I thought this paper was going to feel sort of special in some way, but it's, I don't know what we're expecting from a marker pad. Right then, so let's think about this. I'm going to rub my lines out afterwards. Just need to move camera because I think sometimes my hand gets in the way, and I think it still will a bit, but do you know what? We'll have to live with it. Right then, so this tree at the front. There we go. So, right, I better pick some colours. I won't put you through that as well. Let's get some more hoo-hoo markers going. Okay, so let's just make some quick choices. B220. Oh, this is weird paper. And this is supposed to be good for these markers. This is weird. Is it an alcohol marker pad or have I got something else? Or is this pen running out? Don't like the colour anyway. This is not. This pad's weird. Oh no, chase the ink, Joe, chase the ink. This pen's running out, isn't it? It's very, very weird. Oh, it doesn't bleed through though. Right. It's like soaking it up. No, it's like thirsty, isn't it? It's not sitting on top or anything. It's just thirsty. It almost looks sprayed on there. Can you see that? You've probably used this pad before, I don't know, but it almost looks sprayed on there. think it's quite interesting. I don't know whether it'd grow on me or not, if I'm more prepared for it next time, you know. Anyway, let's get some more colour on. Should we have some green or celery yellow? What on earth possessed me to do loads of blooming big spaces with alcohol markers? I mean, there's not worse, is there, than chasing ink? I'm not the best at blooming even alcohol marker colour. Which is the most pumpkiny orange? Oh, I like that one. Just yellow. There's my darker shade. Melon yellow. Having worked with this paper now for half an hour or whatever it's been, I actually think it's more forgiving when I'm looking at the hills and the sky now. It's almost as if it's kind of corrected all my errors for me. Do you see what I mean? So this paper is actually growing on me. It's very weird, very different to what I'm used to in the Coco Wyo books and so on. Oops. I'm not worried about how neat this is. This is a breather between pages for me and a little bit of fun. So I'll keep this page though. I'm having fun with it, so I'll keep it. But it's not you know, I'm not classing it as a work of art. I do think I will definitely do this with my grandkids. I think, you know, just to get them to like use their imagination and sort of say, what would you like to colour in? If you could colour any page in, what would you colour? And then we'll try and draw it together. I mean, the good thing about toddler age, and well, my granddaughter's not a toddler now, she's 6, but my grandson's 2. But the good thing about both those ages is they think I'm an awesome illustrator. So whatever I draw, they'll think it's wonderful because they don't know no better, do they? So yeah, I will definitely be drawing some things in this marker pad with them. Or in any pad I could use, couldn't I, really? But yeah, this pad is growing on me a little bit now. Rather enjoying it. Oops. I don't mind sometimes having like a line. If you wanted that a smoother blend, you would apply the darker shade. You'll know this anyway, the darker shade while the lighter shade is still wet. But I don't worry about that. I sometimes like the way it looks with a line, you know. This paper is very forgiving. It does slowly bleed. So I think actually where it does feel, your pen does feel drier, but somehow, and it does feel drier to touch, but somehow it's still wet because it's still blending. It is weird, but really interesting. Anyway, what colour door would we have? We would of course have a blue door on our orange pumpkin house, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. And why would we have a blue door? Because it's complementary colour and I like to do that. But you could also have any colour door you wanted. So I'm going to go for smoky blue. It's not the greatest video, this one. I'm stood up near me hoo-hoo markers. I'm not on camera at all doing anything. So you'll probably find I fast forwarded most of this, in which case you won't be hearing me say this. Boom. What is a good mushroomy colour? Warm grey 1, warm grey 5, and for inside the little thing, clay, I think we'll go with. Oh, that looks way greyer than I thought it was going to be. Will it change? Will it change? A little bit of this. Shall we? Oops. Oops. Alright, John, take a little bit of time. For goodness sake, man. Goodness sake. Take a little bit of time. Have a little bit of respect for your drawing. There we go. There we go. What colour door should we have on the mushroom house? Well, I think I'm going to go for mustardy colour. Oh, cheerful. Cheerful. Cheerful, cheerful, cheerful. Use a little bit of the old Artex acrylic marker. And I've got it in my hand. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. Oh, snail. Now then, I'm thinking. Now, I wouldn't want anybody to think I'm being lazy, but I'm going to do him same colour as his house. Well guys, it's my bedtime, so I'm going to leave it there. I've had a little bit of fun. I've had a bit of an outlet between pages, which has been lovely. And I think it's a nice way of giving a nod to the hard work of many illustrators this October. So remember, hashtag Colorinktober 2025. The idea is that you have a go at illustrating a page yourself. Giving yourself a whole new appreciation for the hard work that goes into your colouring pages I know we appreciate them anyway. We absolutely love them, don't we? Our favourite artists. Please tag me at Piggy Pens as well on Instagram if you're posting any pictures. It's a hard thing to do, isn't it, to post a picture for fun that you don't, you know what I mean? If I posted this, will somebody think it's a serious picture from me? Probably. Do I care? I don't. I don't. But yeah. So there you go. Have a go if you fancy it. I've certainly enjoyed it, and I would actually recommend. Oops, let me show you. I would actually recommend this pad. Nothing has gone through at all, alcohol marker wise. So if you want to play with your alcohol markers outside your colouring pages, this marker pad from Ohuhu is fantastic. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I've really enjoyed it. On to a new page tomorrow. Ta-da for now.